investigators have come here to try and find proof of the paranormal, and it's thought to be one of the most haunted houses in the world.
That's so cool.
I didn't touch it.
Maybe a portal was open to the spirit world inside this house.
Whoa.
That right there is proof that there are entities here that could do harm if they wanted to. Now, whether they're still here or not, that remains to be seen. Guess we'll find out tonight.
I felt it leave.
Whoa.
What the f?
All right, so we are back in the Bel Air house. Now, the Bel Air house has been on many TV shows. Many paranormal investigators have come here to try and find proof of the paranormal, and it's thought to be one of the most haunted houses in the world. We've been here plenty of times before, but the question is why? Why does the Bel Air house have so much paranormal activity? Is it the history? Or was there a portal that was opened up here years ago that still has yet to be sealed? Well, that's what we're gonna find out tonight. Now, let's walk here into the parlor and talk a little bit about the history of the Bel Air house, because the house itself was actually built by a coal tycoon named Jacob Hetherington, and it was in his family for generations. Not only did Jacob Hetherington live here and they believe die while he was residing in this house, but also his grandchildren lived in this house as well, and their names were Lyde and Edwin. Now that's when the story of the Bel Air house really gets interesting and where they believe most of the hauntings come from. So let's walk into this room. So this room on the side of the house, this is an interesting room for not only the history of the Bel Air house, but the hauntings of the Bel Air house, because Jacob Hetherington's grandchildren, Lyde and Edwin, there was a very traumatic life event that took place here in this room, and that was when Edwin's sister Lyde actually passed away. And they believe she died right here in front of this fireplace that I'm standing beside. Now, in his grief, Edwin ended up becoming obsessed with trying to contact his dead sister Lyde. They had mediums, they had spiritualists travel from all over the world to come to this house and to try and communicate with Lyde Hetherington. And that is where researchers who have already investigated the Bel Air house and have already researched the history believe that maybe a portal was open to the spirit world inside this house, not only for Lyde to pass through and talk to Edwin, but also for any number of spirits and entities to travel back and forth between our world and theirs. And they believe that's where the haunted history of the Bel Air house really begins. There's a lot of paranormal activity in this house, and actually just a few minutes ago while we were setting up to film this segment, Dave, you experienced something interesting upstairs, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
What happened?
So I was going and setting up some cameras upstairs, which you'll see us cut to here. But I was coming back down from the attic, and I was getting ready to come down the stairs into the main room here. And I thought that one of you guys were in the bedrooms, because as I was coming out of the doorway, I saw what looked like a shadow pass through the light, which would have been like the ceiling fan light in that room, but it cast out onto the wall that's in the hallway there. So when I came down, I asked if you guys were down here, and obviously you were, so.
Yeah, we were all standing down here in this room setting up the microphones, the lavalier microphones that you're listening to us talk on now, trying to get that set up. So there was nobody upstairs with you, so.
And for the record, Steve is not here yet. That's why he's not on film. He's not hiding somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
He's had something he had to tend to, but he is not here yet.
Yes. Steve is coming here in just a little bit, but for right now, it's just the three of us. So, but you'll see Steve whenever he gets here. But for now, let's go walk upstairs and see if we can go to that area where you saw that.
Okay.
Okay. What room was it in?
So the room that the shadow or figure would have been in would have been the room directly in front of you.
This one?
Yes.
So you almost saw the shadow pass. As
It was on this wall.
on that wall right there, like there was someone walking inside this room.
Yeah. So I would have been standing right here where Jason is. And that's where I saw it.
That's really weird. Now, I will say when we first got here to the house earlier, before we even brought any of the equipment in, you had gone to actually make a purchase from Walmart. I was here by myself, and I didn't have any cameras or anything with me because you had taken it all with you to the store.
Right.
And I heard, as I was using a broom and sweeping up at the top of the basement stairs, I actually heard footsteps coming up the stairs.
Really?
I did. I forgot to tell you that whenever you got back. But that was kind of creepy. Being alone in the Bel Air house is kind of interesting. You know, it is a very peaceful house, and I stand by everything that I've said. I could live here. I could live in this house. But sometimes you have things happen that really make you scratch your head.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah. Now this bedroom back here behind me, that bedroom's actually where the owner of the Bel Air house, Kristen Lee, had some of her more traumatic experiences when she lived here, because she said that whatever was haunting the Bel Air house, whatever passed through the portals that were opened up by Edwin whenever he was trying to contact his sister, they really had an effect on her while she was living here. And she remembers being physically affected and mentally affected as well as spiritually affected. Probably her most traumatic experiences that she remembers from when she was living in the house at that time was her dog was actually lifted up and thrown against the wall by some unseen force right in front of her. So that right there is proof that there are entities here that could do harm if they wanted to. Now, whether they're still here or not, that remains to be seen. I guess we'll find out tonight. The attic up here is one of the more active parts of the Bel Air house, and it's kind of weird because as we walk up here, I got a strange feeling. I don't know if any of you guys feel anything strange up here or not.
What's that?
Sound like shuffling.
Hello? Was over by this window too, which that window is the same one where Kristen's son had that experience. He said that there was something trying to tempt him when he was a child, that there was something trying to tempt him to jump out that window. So there's also a young child that's seen up here, which is why you can see there's all these toys that scatter this upstairs. So the toys are used as trigger objects, and maybe we can use these toys here tonight to try and get some sort of activity or evidence from this attic. But like I said before, there's a lot of history. They don't know what haunts the Bel Air house because they believe that Edwin opened that portal. But that was really weird. That was a strange sound.
It was, yeah.
And it is weird that it came from that window.
Yes. So we're in the basement of the Bel Air house, and like I said, Kristen had reported that there were some portals down here. Specifically, I remember her saying that there was a portal in the back corner back here that had some entities that would come in and out of the Bel Air house pretty much as they please. They would come and go. Whether that's still true to this day or not, I don't know. But I will tell you that later on tonight, we're going to have to definitely do some investigating and focusing on this basement because it can be very creepy. And not to mention there's no windows at all, so it is completely dark down here once we go lights out. And if you think about it, if there is a portal in the basement and it's able to actually, the spirits and the entities are able to find their way into the house from the basement, they are at the base of the house, and then they can go up through and pass through the house as they please. So if there were a portal down here in the basement, it would basically encompass the whole house. So
I do want to say real quick that compared to the last time that we were here, there's a different like vibe than when we were here last time, which has been what, a couple of years.
Over 3 years.
Over 3 years since we filmed last.
When we filmed here, it was February of 2017. So it is now October of 2020. So we're coming up on 4 years since we filmed the original Bel Air House investigation.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the storm system that's about to move through here or what, but there's just a whole different vibe from the last time that we were here.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm alone in that, but...
No, it definitely feels strange. I noticed that from the moment we started the walkthrough. It definitely, from the moment that we actually moved upstairs, that's when I started to feel it. And it's kind of interesting that we're back here again filming, because I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but do you remember what was so special about the original Bel Air House episode, investigation?
No.
You don't remember?
No.
That was Jason's first official Paranormal Quest investigation.
I was going to say that.
Really?
Yes.
It sure was.
So we've come full circle here, Mr. Jason.
We sure have.
You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Almost 4 full years with the Paranormal Quest here.
Hey, there it is.
Sorry. And we're back again to tackle the Bel Air House. So let's do it. Let's set up Abandonment.
Ready?
Let's go. So we are starting the investigation here of the Bel Air House. All 4 of us are here. Mr. Hummel's here and accounted for, and we are all ready to go. So let's go ahead and start our investigation. The return to the Bel Air House. And if there's anyone here in this basement, we wanted to start down here because this is the foundation of the house. And if there's anyone here who would want to talk to us, we would love to communicate with you. My name is Ryan, that's Steve. We have Jason over there, and that's Dave. What's your name?
Are you down here with us? I've got a feeling that you are. You don't have to be afraid. You're allowed to come and speak with us.
Over at the bottom of the steps in the other room, all the way over there, there's a glowing red light. Can anyone down here, or would anyone down here go over there and put their hand over top of the light? Or even touch the device? We'd really appreciate it. Another device over there to the left of Jason. There's a little clear plastic ball. If you touch that little ball, it'll light up. As Ryan said, there's a lot of items down here, a lot of gadgets down here that you can use to communicate with us if you want. We just want to know that you're here.
My hair's standing up.
He's back here, Meg.
Mm-hmm. Yep, running up the back of my neck. And is that you? Are you getting close to me? I'm gonna walk over here just to make sure if you were with me, you can follow me.
Could you make a knocking sound back here behind us in the dark area? It's oddly quiet.
Yeah.
Like it's too quiet. If you can hear my voice, we're all the way down here in the basement. There's an open invitation if you want to come down here and join us. Kristen said it was okay for us to be here. We got permission. But we want to know if it's okay with you.
Edwin, did you open up a portal in this house trying to contact Lyde? Is there still a portal open in here? Whoa.
Oh,
The ball behind Steve just went off. Are you over there by Steve? You didn't bump into it at all.
no. I was leaning against the brick the whole time. Just like this.
Yeah, I mean, he...
And I shifted on my feet like this every so often. But that's a concrete floor, this is a brick wall.
And that's not doing it.
Uh-oh.
That's strange.
If that's you,
Thank you for coming down here with us.
whoa.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can you tell us your name? Are you upset that we're in your house?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
My God.
That's like right above your head,
Yeah.
man.
Are you upset that we're in your house? Are you upset that we're in your house?
Like a tap.
Movement.
Yeah.
So if you are upset that we're here, let us know.
Give him some space a little bit here. Right here beside me, Jason.
It's getting colder around me here.
Are you down here with us? Is that you making it cold down here? Thank you.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Is that you?
Can you touch that device as well? Move it?
And that's EMF, by the way.
Yeah. What if I walk closer over to you?
It's even changing the barometric pressure.
Yeah. Ooh.
Can you touch my hand?
It's gone.
That's so cool.
I didn't touch it. I mean, I got close to the...
If that was you, thank you very much.
There it goes again. Can you take a step back for us, please? Just one step back away from that so we know that that's you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Are you a part of the Hetherington family?
Again.
All right.
That's upstairs.
That was awesome, you guys.
I think they're gone.
That was so cool.
I want to go up into by the piano and in the living room and try and see if we can figure out what's making those noises up there.
Heck yeah.
Do you want to take the camera and go, and me and Jason will stay down here?
Sure.
Jeez.
What do you want to take up with this from?
Do you want to take the EDI with us?
Sure.
That was weird. And the first sound over there in the corner almost sounded like grit on the floor.
Yeah, I heard that. That was crazy.
I've got cold chills pretty bad right now.
Yeah.
That's the most this thing's been utilized, as far as I
That was-
can remember.
That was freaking cool, man. I've never...
And I swear I was going to say, if you... What the question was, could you back away? And before I finish it,
And nothing since. Not a single thing
that's
since.
insane.
All right, we're headed upstairs here.
Stars. That was awesome.
That was crazy.
Alright, so... 2 of us have gone upstairs. It's just 2 of us down here now. It's probably a little less intimidating for you.
Yeah, we're sitting down so that we don't...
Man, I got a weird vibe about that landing up there.
Yeah.
I have cold chills.
Really?
Yeah.
It's in the same spot where Ryan felt it earlier.
I have cold chills really bad. I can feel that you're down here with us. Right around us. Can you go over there and make that light up? Please? I felt it leave.
Whoa.
What the f?
Dude, that camera was set up there. That camera just got thrown off of that chair.
No kidding, man. He said the camera just got thrown off the chair.
What
The
the
camera at that ball.
That was the action cam.
Where's the ball at?
The action.
Oh, because I put the ball right here. It's right here. Oh, oh my God.
Dude.
The camera just, oh my gosh.
That scared the f out of me.
Oh, wow. And it sounded like it was right above your head.
I wonder if that was... Man.
You had just said that you felt like it left.
Yeah, that's crazy. I felt it leave. Whoa.
No kidding, man. He said the camera just got thrown off the chair.
There's no light. What's up?
The odd thing is right before that happened, I was standing right where Ryan was standing earlier, and I got overwhelmed with goosebumps. And I said, if that's you, can you please go over there and make that light up again? And I felt all of the goosebumps go away. And as soon as I told Jason, I said, I just felt it all go away. That happened up here.
That's weird.
That's insane.
And
It literally, that action cam was sitting there for how many minutes? Like since I set it up there,
Right.
And he was sitting on the couch for at least 2 or 3 minutes, and then just bam down. And it's not sitting
Yep.
where it would have just fallen. It's actually
Right.
like moved.
Like it was in the center of the chair,
that's crazy.
off this way.
Dude,
And
that's nuts.
you hear it smack. Well, obviously you heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, we heard it. It was like, it wasn't it? It was like as soon as I said that. That's weird. I felt it leave.
Whoa.
What the f?
Whoa.
Dude, that camera was set up there. That camera just got thrown off of that chair.
No kidding, man. He said the camera just got thrown off the chair.
All right, so we just wanted to take a quick look at this because we like to debunk anything that happens. As you saw in that clip, the action cam fell off onto the floor. We're trying to decide whether it was moved by an unseen force or whether it was something that was natural. But what's weird is it's not like this chair slides easily. It has a texture to the actual chair itself. And
the action cam's got.
yeah, and the action cam has texture on it as well. But if you set it here like this, notice how, I mean, it stays stationary. And even if I set it on the very edge here, it stays stationary. Of course, it was nowhere near the edge like that when it came off. But it's not like the gravity of the cord is pulling it down. This is as dramatic as I can make it to...
Steve, give it a good walkthrough right there.
Just turn around. Much walked over here, and then sat right here on the couch.
Still as can be. Even jump beside of it, Ryan. No go.
And multiple people walked past that.
And it wasn't even sitting. It wasn't even that close to the edge. I'd say it was more like that. If anything, it was more forward, like this. But
Well, we'll be able to see on that clip exactly where it was placed.
yeah, but that's really weird. And you'll hear us freak out. I mean, you heard us freak out, but it was loud.
Much like what Dave said when we got a hold of the guys, because Dave and Jason were in the basement, and you said you had a chill factor to the max, and then right when it left, shortly after it left you, this gets knocked off the chair.
I'd say, 3 seconds?
I'm going to close this door.
I could have sworn we closed this when we came down. But maybe not.
Honestly, I can't remember. I'm going to close it now for sure, though.
Is the same person who knocked the camera off that chair the same one that was standing close to Dave down in the basement? If so, can you push that camera off of the chair again or touch the device in there on the piano so we know that it's you? We're not mad or nothing like that. We're just curious. We're just very curious about you.
Now, we just came up from the basement. And we were having some conversations with people down there. And we let them know that they didn't have to be afraid of us. And that we wanted them to communicate with us. And we offer that out to you as well. At the top of the stairs, there's 2 little clear balls. Can you try to move those?
Yeah, and also that camera is sitting perfectly. It's not moved.
There we go.
Barometric pressure is changing.
It hit 3 there real quick. Can you make that hit 3 or 4 blue lights? That chills now.
Yeah. Can you step back away from it? Thank you. We just want to make sure that it's you that's doing it. We don't mind that you're doing it. The only way for us to know if it's you is if you respond intelligently.
And we thank you. We really do.
Years ago, someone up here told Kristen's son to jump out the window over there. Do you know who that person was?
My name's Ryan, and that is Steve, and we'd love to talk to you.
Is there someone new in here with us right now?
What the hell's going on? They could just be walking. I don't know, but... Unless something just happened and they're trying to test it.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. If they come down and ask if you hear someone running through the second floor, that's going to be epic.
Let's let that run right here. I want to move into this room.
You know what I always thought was different? And it's a little random, but there's these little attic doors. Okay, maybe we won't do that. God. Oh, God. Ah, oh, my ideas. Breaking her door. Oh, God, man. Oh, God, snap my finger. Whew. God.
I think...
Never mind. I gotta see that later.
Whoa.
That was second floor.
Yeah.
Right up above us in that back bedroom.
I did not like that bedroom today. At all. Ever since they moved the furniture around. I think it stirred something up. Whoa. Whoa. Whoever's up in the master bedroom, the big bedroom right above us. I know you can hear her voice. Would you please come down here, maybe stand at the bottom of the steps in front of the piano, or even right here in front of the fireplace? Perhaps give us a sign of your presence.
What's in here?
Wow, it's just like a little crawl space. This is kind of it actually goes around.
Really?
It goes around. Holy shit. Yeah.
Is there anything back there?
No, it just kind of dead ends.
Can whatever's in that basement show me that you're here? You can sneak up behind me. I don't know.
It's peaceful now.
Yeah, it just kind of felt like that because when that camera flew off that chair,
That had to take a lot of energy.
yeah, and you could feel it. It was palpable. I mean, you could feel the energy in the air when that happened. But now, it's just quiet.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be cool. I'd like to see what happens when we do solos.
Yeah. All right, just to let everyone know here, Steve here at Paranormal Quest, starting my solo mission here in the Bel Air house. Ryan, Dave, Jason are outside. And I am going to be grabbing the EDI, got my voice recorder in my pocket, and I'm going to be heading upstairs. So let's head up. I'm going to head up to the one room. I just got really disoriented. There's the Myuu. Let's set up in this room right here. All right. Oh, already. Hello there. My name's Steve. I'm sure you probably know by now. Could you please back away from that real quick? Please? If your energy is connected to any of those dolls, wow, that's interesting. I was going to ask if their energy was attached to those dolls to please back away. So it might be coincidental. We'll find out. If your energy is connected to one of the dolls, can you go close to that device again? I actually have a collection, a group of items that have energies attached to them. Is there any energies attached to any of the items on the table or on the fireplace mantle? Yes or no? There's a car outside. So what I'm gonna do, well, for one, try not to fall on the steps. There we go. And I about did. And the steps here. Okay, there's a device at the top of the steps here. Earlier this evening, I definitely felt an uneasiness or a presence at the top of the steps while I was sitting over in the living room to my right. Like most people, we're curious what happens on the other side, what it's like. There are many ideas and thoughts, theories, and everything else. What happens? Here it is. Try the wrong one. Hello? Can you step away from that real quick? Please? Thank you. What's your name? There's a device down here in the archway that might be able to pick up your voice. We'll be here in a couple more minutes and Ryan's going to come in. He's going to spend some time with you. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you what. This whole night has been a lot different than some of the previous investigations we've done here at the Bel Air house. From earlier on when the EDI's been going off a lot here, the camera getting tossed off of the chair. It's been a pretty remarkable evening. So I'm going to head on out and get a hold of Ryan, and he's going to come in and do his solo mission. So we'll head on out.
So I'm all alone in the Bel Air house. I'm up here in the attic. I'm all by myself. And there are meters placed throughout the house to pick up any activity or evidence that might present itself while I'm up here in the attic. I'm going to move throughout the house here in a bit, but I only have the EDI meter in the attic with me. I'm alone. I'm all by myself. And that means I'm more vulnerable to the entities and energies that are believed to haunt this home. Let's see what happens. Okay, I've got a weird feeling here. They say there's a little kid up here. That's why all these toys are up here.
Do you want to come play? Can you go over and play that keyboard for me? I'd love to hear a song. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really feeling anything up here in the attic. Okay. I feel a little bit more energy right here. There's definitely something here on this floor. Hello? My name is Ryan. I don't mean you any harm. I come here with respect, and I want to learn a little bit more about you. There's a device downstairs on the piano. It'll let me know that you're here if you get close to it. I thought I just heard a whistle. Who's in this house with me? Dave saw a shadow in this room earlier. Was that you? Is there a portal inside this house? How many spirits are here? Can you touch that? Whoa. Thank you. Can you get closer? Thank you. I really appreciate that. Can you get even closer? Wow. You can use some of my energy if you'd like. Please step away. See, that's what happens when I get close to it. All right, I had to reset it. That was weird, though. That has not gone off all night. If that was you, thank you. I'm going to leave that set up, and I'm going to walk down to the basement. If you could touch that again, I'd greatly appreciate it. You don't have to be afraid of me. I'm only here to talk to you. We have permission from Kristen to be here. We don't want to hurt you, and we're not going to hurt you. Someone knocked the camera off the chair earlier. Dave seems to think you were down here and then you went up there to knock the camera off the chair. Can you knock something else off? Now's your chance while I'm headed back upstairs to regroup with the guys. Ooh, cat ball.
Yeah.
Ball in the hallway went off.
Would you come in here?
We don't mean you any harm. We're just here to communicate with you. Is there anyone here who can let us know who you are? Oh,
Thank you. Appreciate that.
thank you. Oh, again.
Can you roll that into this room? Could you push that in here?
Can you close a door anywhere on the second floor? Hard as you can?
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you. In case you're new, there's Brian, there's Dave, Jason, and my name's Steve. We just come here to make communication with you any way we can. We appreciate any and all communication that you're willing to make with us.
Well, you made the first one light up, and then the middle one. What about the last one on the end of the bed there? Can you do that next?
If you're here with us, would you please give us a sign that you're here? Whatever is easiest for you. There's a lot of batteries in here. You may be able to use those.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Which makes sense because you just said what's the easiest for you to use.
Right.
And this has been pretty much used the entire night. Could you back away from it real quick? If you back away, we'll know it's you.
Thank you.
That's weird.
I think whatever is here just comes randomly and goes.
Could be in and out of the portal or portholes,
Yeah.
as they say. Whatever it is, at least the one dominant entity we've talked to is definitely intelligent.
Are you upset that we're in your house? Whoa.
Whoa.
God.
That's like right above your head.
Yeah.
Man.
Just one step back away from that so we know that that's you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Can you touch that? Whoa. Thank you.
Yeah, this has been the most active night that we've had in the Bel Air house.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I still can't get over the camera being. I'm sorry, it was tossed off that. It wouldn't just slide.
Whoa.
What the f?
Dude, that camera was set up there. That camera just got thrown off of that chair. Overall, I feel like this was a very successful night.
Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, I think the best night we've ever had here. And
Yeah.
if there are any of the spirits that are still listening to us, we thank you for coming and speaking with us when and how you did, and when you could. So we do thank you for that. Before we go, do you have any final thing you want to say to us or Kristen?
The land has been cursed. Any living or any dwellings that are on the sacred land are to be damned.
I do hear something. Like music?
It's like drum beats.
I heard it was like bum, 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 bum. Built on the land of an actual massacre of a Native American tribe that used to call this place home.
Thank you.
It caused one of the daughters to be partly possessed, and then an exorcism had to be taken place.
What's your name? Did I just say hear you?
It sounded like it.
Fear of the unknown is fear. You know, if you don't understand it and you don't know what's happening, then you're scared. And then that feeds it.
Is this house cursed?
You're right.
Yes, I believe the Hinsdale house is haunted. Very, very much.
This is going to be a really interesting and possibly dark investigation tonight, Dave. Tonight we're investigating the Hinsdale house.
Yeah, I mean, we have heard all kinds of stories about this place throughout the years, and finally we are standing here in the yard.
Yeah, it's thought to be one of the most haunted houses, one of the most haunted structures in Western New York. And the history to this goes well back before 1800. But the most prominent story from the Hinsdale house was in the 1970s when the Dandy family owned the house and experienced paranormal activity so frequent, menacing, and terrifying that they called in an exorcist to perform a structural exorcism on this house. And it's even reported that during that exorcism, there was screaming and crying coming from the windows, coming from the house itself.
That is terrifying.
And apparently it didn't work because the Dandy family sold the house, packed up, and left. So this is going to be a really interesting and possibly dark investigation, like I'd said. But joining us tonight, because Jason and Steve couldn't make it, is Miranda.
Hello.
Hello.
She is a photographer, poet, paranormal enthusiast, and my better half. So hopefully we can team up here tonight and try and capture some really interesting paranormal evidence that the Hinsdale house is known for. So you guys ready to go inside, see the house?
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
The area that the Hinsdale house is on, it has a lot of negativity to it. This house shouldn't be here before the house was built. A smaller tribe, I believe they were called the Olegwe, there was about 1,100 of them. A larger tribe came through the area and wanted what they had. So they did massacre, it was around 1,100 of them. It is to believe that the land has been cursed. Any living or any dwellings that are on the sacred land are to be damned. There was a lot of negativity, there's a lot of death, there's a lot of tragedy, and it all stems from what we believe is the curse.
All right, Dave, Miranda, we're inside the Hinsdale house right now, and this is a really, really interesting location. It's not huge, but the house itself is old. Built in the 1850s, built on the land of an actual slaughter, a massacre of a Native American tribe that used to call this place home. And it's the curse that they believe they put on that land that actually leads to the hauntings and paranormal activity to this day, causing a vortex, even a possession inside the house.
The stories that they've been telling us, they believe there's a lot of negative stuff here, and I mean, there were a lot of, negative things that happened, and they do believe that there's a portal here.
I feel the curse opened up the door to many other entities, I should say, where we feel this is also UFO territory. They have seen lights. The Dandies experienced the lights from the UFO over the house. We have elementals in the woods, and a lot of our psychic mediums feel a portal or like a vortex is here, and it would be in all 3 floors, but in the living room, upstairs in Mary's room, and in the basement.
There's an interesting vibe in here.
Yeah, that was the first thing I noticed whenever we walked in here, was it felt like there was some sort of, you could feel the energy of the place. And from what Tiffany was telling us when we first got here, right behind me, this used to be a bedroom, apparently. It's now a part of the living room, but I guess this used to be a bedroom, and now they believe this to be part of the portal that runs, or the vortex that runs straight up through the house. This was the bedroom of one of the daughters named Beth, and apparently Beth always would look out the windows and see a woman in white over by the pond, between the pond and the house. The vortex is believed to run straight up through here to her sister Mary's room. And Mary Dandy is the one that they believe was actually possessed here at the Hinsdale house.
Yeah. And from what she was saying, it happened right here.
The exorcism did, yeah.
The exorcism happened right around where this couch is at.
This is a remote area, and Clara Dandy, when moved in, she would take her dog for a walk in the woods, and she said she had heard what sounded like native drumming and or like a Gregorian chanting, like the monk sound of chanting. The Dandies were affected very negatively in the end. They only lived here about 16 months with 4 teenagers, no TV. Of course, they thought they were going to become stronger as a family, but in return, they kind of were plagued by the negativity here. And it caused one of the daughters to be partly possessed There's many stages of possession, and we believe that she was very close to the full possession. And then an exorcism had to be taken place because of that. It didn't work.
But apparently right below Beth's room is over here in this corner, and this is where Tiffany was telling us earlier when we first arrived at the house that this is where the vortex goes up through the house, is right here in this corner. This might be a good place to put the Mel meter or a REM pod when we do abandonment.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good thing that, you know, the house is not too big. We can do a camera on each floor. But it might be worth it to concentrate on the area where they believe the vortex actually was.
There were murders taking place here on the Stagecoach Trail by two brothers that lived in the house. And when we investigate, we find information coming directly from the spirits of the brothers that they went crazy, like they went mad, and they didn't think their actions were unjust. And I believe that negativity causes fear. Fear causes more negative actions, and it just grows and grows and grows, and it can affect people spiritually, it can affect them normally, paranormally.
This is the bedroom area upstairs, and apparently, from what Tiffany had told us, the closet here is a hot spot for activity, and they believe there's a young child that resides in here.
I feel child energy upstairs in the closet. There was a child that was killed on a buzzsaw, which was an accident. He was playing where he shouldn't have been playing. They did have a wood mill out in the back then. So I feel he's a little child spirit. I feel like he gravitates toward me because I'm a mother. We get the name Henry, but we're not positive on names yet.
Laura Dandy actually resided, her bedroom was right up here on the right-hand side of the stairs, but then when you came into the parents' bedroom, this was Mary's bedroom, and Mary's was the one that apparently she was possessed. Apparently for a short time after she started exhibiting signs of possession, they nailed this door shut to keep her from actually experiencing any more of this oppression or possession, and moved her downstairs with Beth. But apparently they say insects flock to this room. Flies, bees, used to just cover the entirety of this room.
Fear of the unknown is fear. You know, if you don't understand it and you don't know what's happening, then you're scared. And then that feeds it. To me, fear feeds into whatever negative is happening.
Let's set up equipment and see if we can capture anything. The sun is going down.
Let's do it.
Let's set stuff up. Time for abandonment. Okay, rolling there. Rolling in the basement. So we are getting ready to start our investigation of the Hinsdale house. The three of us are actually going to go up into the woods here because there is a tree that the staff has turned into what they call an offering tree, and we're going to leave an offering to the spirits.
Because of the curse, we feel that we needed to give back to the land, to the natives. One of our psychic mediums went up on the hill to meditate, and then she felt she needed to do an offering to the natives, and then it stuck. So now when people come visit us, they will take their own offering up, and we named it the offering tree.
Dave and I are both going to be giving different forms of tobacco as an offering to the spirits because tobacco was a sacred thing for the natives. And Miranda actually has a stone that she's going to be giving as an offering. What type of stone is that, Miranda?
So this is a cistrine. It is supposed to be a very powerful manifestation stone, and on top of that, it's also a very powerful healing stone. So it's supposed to be very positive and just have a lot of like healing aspects to it.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because that's what she said that they're trying to do with that offering tree is they're trying to create healing from the negative energy that has plagued this land for over a centuries.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of interesting that you're giving a stone that symbolizes healing when they're trying to heal from that negativity themselves. So hopefully it'll
Hopefully they'll like it.
have a positive outcome tonight. Let's walk up there and do it. We'll do a little session once we get up here. We have a camera rolling inside the Hinsdale house right now. And hopefully while we're up here, if we happen to get any activity there, it'll correlate with something that happens in the house. So.
Whoa.
What?
I thought I heard something over here.
I heard that too.
What'd you hear?
Something stepping on a twig.
Well, I'm not 100% sure, so.
Okay. We're coming up on it here, I think. Okay. Here it is, the offering tree. We made it.
I do hear something. Like music?
It's like drum beats. Unless it is loud music.
Huh. That's weird.
I do hear that.
Like music?
It's like drum beats. Still going. I don't know how far away we are from, like, people, because I know there's that house that was just right across the field there.
Yeah.
But whenever we were driving up here, there wasn't many people on the road. I mean,
No.
practically in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds modern to me, though.
Does
It
it?
does,
Yeah.
yeah. The more I listen to it, the more it sounds like bass on subwoofers.
That's what I'm thinking. And it's just like really loud.
Cool. All right, so Miranda, you're gonna put the stone down now? I brought you this tobacco that is rolled in paper. I hope your tribe receives this offering as a sign of respect, and I hope you come out and communicate with us tonight.
This is my offering. It's just some tobacco in here. And as Ryan said, hopefully you'll accept this and come out and speak with us tonight, whether it be here or down in the house on the property. Did you hear that?
Sounds like chanting.
Listen.
I don't hear it.
You don't hear that?
No.
It sounds like drumming and chanting to me. And something just moved right down here.
I can't hear the chanting anymore, but I definitely did hear it.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. Very clearly.
If you can bring that closer, can you? We'd love to hear your beautiful song. There's a red light right beside the tree. If you touch that, it'll light up different colors. That's there for you to let us know that you're here. Why do I hear that music so clearly?
That's very interesting, because I don't hear the chanting anymore, but I definitely still hear the drums.
Uh-huh.
You don't hear that?
I don't hear anything.
I definitely hear that.
Uh-huh.
That's music.
Yeah, now I hear music.
That's music. Absolutely.
Who's playing music that loud, though?
I don't know. They have to be over there. There's got to be a house.
There's a box in my hand right here. If you walk up and try and talk into it, we might hear your voice. What's your name? Did I just say hear you?
It sounded like it.
What's your name? Did I just say hear you? It sounded like it just said hear you.
It just said it again.
What the hell? Can you hear me? My name's Ryan. That's Miranda and Dave. Can you say one of our names? Can you speak to us so we can hear you?
Did that just say my name?
I don't know what it said, but it was a very clear man's voice. Can you speak to us so we can hear you? Can you speak to us so we can hear you? Your land is beautiful. I'd say help us.
Whoa, 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 stop. Stop.
I heard that.
I literally just heard the drums. Something right over here. Whoa, 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 stop. Stop.
I heard that.
I literally just heard the drums. Something right over here. Like I can hear that over there now, but this was over here.
Did you hear that?
Stop.
It was like bomb, 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 bomb.
Did you hear that?
Stop.
Yeah.
Behind me, I heard it was like bomb, 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 bomb. Well, we're gonna go down to the house now. There's some stuff set up in the house that you can touch and make it go off, and we wanted to give you the opportunity right now to go down to the house while we're not there and see if you can touch the lights that are sitting on the stairs. Can you touch the lights? On the count of 3, how about that? 3, 2, 1. This is EVP session, Hinsdale house, Ryan, Miranda, Dave. We're on the first floor in the living room.
Where the exorcism took place, right?
Where the exorcism took place. We're here to talk to any of the spirits that may be here in the house. Beth used to say she would see a lady in white outside the window.
That window is right behind me. We heard somebody used to live here who used to kill stagecoach drivers.
What caused you to do that? Did you hear that? It was like weight on the floor right above me.
A very tiny little footstep.
We're grateful to all of you for allowing us into your house. We'd love it if you'd come out and talk to us. Do you want to move upstairs?
Yeah.
Definitely not getting anything down here.
Was this here earlier?
Yes, I put it there for abandonment. Whoa. That was weird. Did you catch that, Miranda?
Yeah.
It wasn't me. I'll do the same thing.
Whoa.
Thank you.
That's a pretty cool little toy, isn't it? I will admit, for the first time tonight, I have goosebumps.
You know, as soon as I walked up here, I got a different vibe.
Is that the little boy that is for you?
I started knocking here.
Really? Is that the little boy that is for you? Is that the little boy that is for you?
I started knocking here.
Really?
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
I just heard one behind me.
Whoa.
In Mary's room.
Are you walking around up here?
Is that your favorite place to play, right there at the top of the stairs?
Can you step by that light one more time?
We wanted to see what would happen if we had someone stay alone in the house here, simply because we feel like we're getting a lot of contamination and maybe there's too much energy in the room for someone who wants to come out and communicate. So Miranda and I are going to just step outside. Dave's going to stay up here in this room by himself, and we're going to see what happens. So best of luck, Dave. We'll see you in a few.
Thanks. Okay.
We're leaving.
Okay. Again, just to introduce myself, my name is Dave, and me and my friends here came from West Virginia. To try and talk to you Are you here? I'm sorry if we've been kind of loud or intrusive or anything like that, but we don't mean to be. Is that okay? Which one of these rooms up here was yours? Huh. Okay. I'm gonna head down. Okay, Ryan is downstairs in the basement, and we are doing an Estes session.
Okay, it's sweeping. Headphones going on.
Okay, Ryan, can you hear me? Whoa.
Hello?
Okay. Are you here with us?
Can you get close to that again?
Okay, so if there are any new spirits in the house who are just joining us, my name is Dave. This is Miranda over here. And Ryan is down in the basement. Your basement.
In here?
Yes, we're in here with you. And we're going to be asking you questions. And Ryan has a device down there. He'll be able to hear your answers. Does that make sense? Are you upset that we're here? Tiffany said you would come out and speak with us. Can you do that? That's weird that he said nothing else.
That is very strange.
Can you do what you did before? Make this light go off? They said that there was an exorcist here in this room, right over here in front of us. Is that true? Or better yet, here, I'll do this for you. I'll walk it in here. Right on the countertop. And now you have all kinds of space. Can you make it go off now? Is this house cursed?
You're right.
Huh. So we're right about the land being cursed? They say there's a ton of negative energy here on this land and in this house. So far, we haven't seen any of that. Well, it's been 20 minutes of nothing.
Yeah,
Should we go get him?
you
Think?
can.
You want to hang it?
Good timing. I just unplugged the spirit box.
I'm gonna cut on this.
Okay.
Alright, so me and Miranda are outside. We're gonna walk the grounds, see if we can get anything happen. Ryan's gonna be inside. He's gonna be doing a solo mission in there. And hopefully he can come up with something while we're out here.
Is there someone in this house with me? There's a box in my hand right here that if you come up to it, you should be able to communicate through it.
Really?
Yeah, really. I just heard your voice, if that was you. What's your name?
Oh. Amos. Huh? Oh.
Did they say they ever got activity by the pond?
I don't know. We can walk over there.
Might as well.
Yes, hello. If you're here, can you speak with me? Is it true that there's a vortex or a portal right here? Hi. Who's the young lady that I just heard? Eve?
Is there anybody from the land here? Any natives? We came out here to talk to you if you want to speak with us. Or if you don't want to speak with us, can you go in the house there and talk to Ryan?
There was a family that lived here that had 4 children. One of the children's names was Mary. Do you remember her? What about Beth? Do you remember Beth? This was her room. There's 2 more children. Can you say one of their names? Can you say one of the other children's names?
Well, if there are any spirits out here, if you're native to the land, this is your land. We just came out here to talk to you. My name is Dave. This is Miranda. And we would love it if you could make some sort of communication with us.
Where is everybody? Why doesn't anyone want to come out and talk to us? Fools? Did you just call me a fool? Why do you think I'm a fool? There's just something about tonight. It doesn't feel like the house is activated. We've been investigating for hours now, and we don't even have not even one experience, let alone evidence. I mean, we could have gotten stuff during Abandonment. We could be getting EVPs on the digital voice recorder, but not even one personal experience. No feelings of being watched, no chills, no physical touch. It's just been very quiet, very comfortable too. It's a very comfortable house. All right, well, it's the next morning. We got a little bit of sleep inside the Hinsdale house here, and we are packing up the car and getting ready to take off. That was kind of a quiet night, wasn't it?
It was pretty quiet, you know. We've had a pretty lucky season so far, and unfortunately this one was a little quiet.
It was a little quiet, but you never know what we're going to get on review. We don't know what we got on Abandonment yet, so you all already know what we caught, but we at this point have no idea. So, Miranda, did you have fun?
I did. It was very quiet for a ghost hunt, but sometimes that's what happens. Start investigating.
That's right. You can't all get extreme and terrifying activity every time you investigate somewhere. But we'll be back next week with another investigation, another episode. We're excited to bring you guys along for the ride. Make sure you subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and make sure you share this video with your friends and family.
As long as we've been doing this, there haven't been too many times that we've actually had documented proof, video proof of possessions happening.
In the name of Jesus Christ, what is your name? Or names?
Why do you stay here at this house?
The darker spirit is more possessive, and like I said, he doesn't like trespassers. He's probably the one that you're going to meet first. Hey!
Dude, something just moved my glasses on my head.
What is it?
Dave just got scratched. Are you okay, man?
Oh my God. You heard that, didn't you?
You're good at pushing people around, oppressing people. Push me. push me down these steps.
There is so much about the paranormal that has yet to be discovered or understood. But in all our years of research, we found that there is one correlation that seems to be constant. Buildings with a lot of history seem to produce a lot of paranormal activity.
Happy. It just said happy. Oh my God.
Then we heard about a small farmhouse in Indiana that was exploding into the supernatural spotlight. And what makes this location unique is that no one knows why. What is even more mysterious about this house is just how dark the activity is reported to be.
What are you?
Revenant Acres has reported 2 cases of spiritual possession. This is one of them.
What are you? So it's just one of you.
A man named Johnny loses all control, warning the owner, Scott Revenant, to leave the house immediately. During this fit of alleged possession, his behavior becomes disturbing. Mucus and drool ooze from his mouth as he utters his warnings to Scott. Shortly after, he collapses to the floor with no recollection of what had happened.
I need to leave this room.
So again, we ask why? What is behind the dark energy that seems to surround this farm? Could it be multiple deaths have been forgotten over time? Is there any history of tragedy surrounding this farm? There is only one legend that gives us clues to piece together. In the late 20th century, when the house was abandoned, it was rumored to be a drug house, where addicts and criminals would hide from the law. It's hard to say what kind of negative energy that could have brought to the surface. We have traveled all the way to Indiana for one reason: to bring out this energy and capture it on camera. To do that, for the next 36 hours, we will camp out at the Revenant Acres farm. On the first evening we arrived, we conducted a short investigation that was broadcasted live on YouTube. On that first night, the activity already began to surface.
We're going to be here until you do something to prove to us that you were here.
My name is Dave. Today is my birthday. Could you make a knocking sound to let me know that you're here? The REM pod just went off. And I've got cold chills like crazy.
Alright. I just bumped the doors. Alright, hold on one second. This golf ball just came off of the piano here. This is pretty much how I walked over. Then I sat it down. And I was getting back up. And that's when the ball rolled off the piano.
I mean, Steve and I are pretty big boys. And I mean, it hasn't gone off when...
I was even here, I even went like this.
But we wanted to invite everyone that is here, listening to us, watching us on this feed, to go like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Our Paranormal Quest.
The conclusion of the live stream investigation ended the first night at Revenant Acres. Tomorrow will be a new day with new surprises. Without any history to guide us, we need to know what other investigators have captured and experienced in this house. My aunt and uncle John and Debbie Holliday of Daywalkers Paranormal met us at Revenant Acres in the afternoon to give us more information on this haunting.
Do you think most of the spirits and the entities that are here, do you think that they're more just curious about the visitors, or some that are actually seriously trying to communicate?
The child spirit is ultra friendly. If you have toys or candy, she will come out and play. The grandmother spirit, she's more quiet, but she's definitely here. It's going to take you a little bit longer to draw her out, but you can get her. The darker spirit is more possessive, and like I said, he doesn't like trespassers. He's probably the one that you're going to meet first.
Do you think maybe some of the activities, we'll say, that took place in this house over the last several years by, squatters and just people, we've heard that, there was some drug activity that the sheriff's department had to come in. Do you think maybe some of that kind of stuff could have aided in some of this energy?
Yeah, because negative always attracts negative. It always does.
This is the only place I've ever investigated where it's constantly saying my name, and that's the only name it said all night. It kept saying Debbie, Debbie. When I would try to, was trying to get my attention. It was pretty wild.
Now, that's one thing that there's a lot of reports of here at Revenant Acres, is that there is something on that first floor that they say likes females.
Yeah.
Duncan has told us that women will feel like they're groped, inappropriate language will come across the spirit box. Do you think that had any impact on it wanting to communicate with you?
I mean, I have experienced the one on the second floor that you could tell it's negative, but it didn't scare me.
The darker spirit is what I think approached Debbie and went all the way around her, and I think it tries to basically to get you to leave.
Kind of maybe scare you off.
Right.
Okay, intimidate you. So it's territorial.
Yes, because this is its home, and why are you here?
As the night descends on Revenant Acres, it's almost time for us to start our investigation. But before we begin, we need to sit down and discuss the dangers that could be waiting for us inside.
Man, it's really hard to fathom two documented cases of possession.
Yeah, and I mean, as long as we've been doing this, there haven't been too many times that we've actually had documented proof, video proof of possessions happening. To have the ability to be able to go back and look at that video and know that it can happen to us at any time, anywhere, knowing that it did happen here is just it's kind of frightening, actually.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly right. I mean, between the evidence that's already been captured here, and really what we've already had happen so far on our solos during the live feed, it doesn't seem like whatever's here is too hesitant to communicate with us or anyone. I mean, I know when Dave was in there, he's already, the first thing that we had so far was the REM pod triggering 2 or 3 different times. And
the REM pod just went off.
When you were in there, I mean, Ryan and Steve and I, we were out here, we could not believe it, that it was going off 2 or 3 times. It was just a great catch.
Yeah, that was absolutely insane to see that REM pod go off. But then when the REM pod went off again, when Steve moved it over to the stairs, and then as he was backing up, to see that golf ball fall off of the piano and land in the middle of the floor?
I just bumped the doors. Alright, hold on one second. Golf ball just came off of the piano here.
I mean, that's just incredible. I mean, it's stereotypical poltergeist activity. And that's one of the other claims that they have from Revenant Acres is this poltergeist activity that manifests itself in the form of slamming doors, movement, things being thrown or rolled or moved. And it was just cool. The very first night that we got here and did a live stream for our viewers on YouTube that we actually got to witness for ourselves this poltergeist-like activity. It was just great.
Yeah, man, that golf ball situation, man, that was crazy. I mean, I can't remember the last time something that obvious happened that, was a response of me being in that area. I mean, I tried to debunk it, tried to discredit it, then smacking the piano really hard to get that golf ball to actually roll off the piano like that.
That's where the golf ball was. I walked over to here. Boom. Placed it down. Backed away. Okay. That's interesting. That's really interesting because I actually stepped more strongly down on the floor on purpose to see if it was actually me. Look at that. I'm actually hitting this right now. And it took that to make it to move.
I mean, it was just... I hope we get more stuff like that happen. I mean, it was nothing short of awesome for me.
As we get ready to start investigating, we discover we will have another surprise coming in our direction. A massive lightning storm is closing in on our location. We'll begin this investigation differently than we have in the past. John and Debbie Holliday have kindly let us borrow 2 pieces of equipment to help take our research to a higher level: a structured light sensor camera and a thermal imaging camera. To start, Ryan and I will sweep the house with the SLS camera, a device that uses structured infrared lasers to detect and map human figures. In theory, if this camera maps a figure where no living human is standing, we could be in the presence of a spirit.
So we are here at Revenant Acres, and luckily, John and Debbie are allowing us to utilize their structured light sensor camera, which maps out figures in the frame by using the dots you see on my face, and it structures human figures. So if there is a human figure that appears on that screen that is not me or Jason, it can be considered paranormal because we are the only 2 humans in here. So we're going to sweep Revenant Acres with the structured light sensor camera.
If there's anyone here with Ryan and I, if you can hear the sound of my voice, can you show yourself to us? You don't have to be afraid of us. We're just here to communicate with you. We'd love to be able to see you or speak with you. Okay. Who's here with us? That's me.
Wait, what's on the screen right now?
It's trying to map out the piano and the...
Gotcha.
Are you upstairs? Please show yourself to us. We're here just to communicate with you, to meet you. If you're upstairs, can you come down the stairs for us?
I'm not sure what that was.
Me either. I just heard that. It's like in here.
Yeah, it was...
Somebody in this room here underneath the stairs?
I forget that string is there.
Yeah. Okay. I've got a Got a figure here.
A figure in there?
Right here next to the piano. It's right in front of me.
Who are you? Who's standing in front of Jason?
Not there now.
Disappeared that fast.
Okay, something's trying to appear again. It looks, okay, now there's two of them on one on either side of the door, and it was kind of, they were moving around. There it is. Now it's gone again. Is that you that we're seeing?
Now it's gone. Is that the room where there was a lot of drug activity? Would you hide under there when the raids would happen? It's definitely odd.
Yeah.
Like around here.
Can you give us a sound to let us know where you are? We don't mean to be intruding on you. Want to sweep upstairs?
Sure. Sweep up and come back down.
Yeah. If there's anyone upstairs, Ryan and I are about to come up and talk with you here for just a minute. Who's upstairs? Okay, I just had an anomaly up here. The figure, he left just after a second.
Are you trying to hide?
We continued to sweep the rest of the upstairs with the SLS camera, including the room where the possession video was recorded.
So it's just one of you.
No matter who you are, whether you are the negative entity or whether you are a child, a little girl, an old lady, an elderly woman, I should say, I invite you to sit down with me and talk to me. Why do you stay here at this house? Is that you?
No, I didn't hear it. What did you hear?
I thought I heard it's like a voice.
Okay. No more unexplained figures presented themselves to us on this SLS camera sweep, but the figures we did capture have us puzzled. Next, Dave and Steve will enter the house armed with a thermal imaging camera, a camera that sees temperature rather than light.
Whoever moved that golf ball the other night, can you do that again? I just bumped the doors. Alright, hold on one second. Golf ball just came off of the piano here. This is a question for the original owners of the house. How do you feel about people coming into your home and trying to talk to you, make communication with you? How do you feel about that? first. Or do you need me to? I'll let you go because I can use my screen to get up.
Okay, just watch that rim pod.
Oh yeah. Let me know when you're up there. All right, we'll put the recorder here on the chair. Okay, Dave is right over there in the other corner. You can see him out there in the hallway. Who or what likes to possess people in this house? I'm standing right here in the middle of the floor, and I'm addressing whoever or whatever it is that likes to oppress or possess people. I can't see you behind me whatsoever. To be honest, I'd just like to know your name and why you're here, why you take pleasure in oppressing people that come to the house here. Who are you? Where do you come from?
Dave and Steve's thermal camera sweep of the house didn't seem to stir up any activity. So it's time to see if Revenant Acres will speak to us when no one is in the house. Every investigation, we conduct what we call our abandonment tactic, where we set up infrared night vision cameras throughout the location, along with digital recorders and other pieces of equipment to see what will happen. We set up 4 cameras to cover almost every part of this 6-room structure. The first camera will be on the first floor, in the living room facing the piano, where Steve witnessed a golf ball being rolled from its position and onto the floor.
I just bumped the doors. This golf ball just came off the piano here.
The REM pod will be stationed on the stairs, in hopes we will capture the energy of an entity moving throughout the house. The second camera will be stationed in the adjacent room, pointing directly at the entrances to the kitchen and the sewing room. If any activity enters or exits this room, our camera will capture it. The third camera will be covering the top of the stairs on the second floor, and will have a full view of this room to capture any visual evidence moving from one floor to the next. Our final angle will be set up in the upstairs bedroom, the room where Johnny's possession took place.
What are you?
We're hoping that this dark entity will show itself to this camera. As we review all these angles covering almost every part of this house, we are disappointed to find out that no unexplained activity took place while we were outside the house. This makes us wonder, what types of energy fuels the activity at Revenant Acres? And what do we have to do or say to get this negative spirit to make an appearance? As the night grows darker and the storm moves closer, it's time for us to enter this house again.
All right, so we're getting ready to begin the investigation tonight of Revenant Acres, and because it's such a small house, we can't have all 4 of us in this tiny 6-room farmhouse investigating at once. So we're gonna split up 2 and 2. So Dave and I are gonna go in first. Steve and Jason are gonna wait out here for us to be done, and then they are actually gonna go in and investigate, the 2 of them. And then after that, we're gonna go into solos.
Also, there's a pretty decent cluster of storms on the way, so it's been lightning for what, like 2 hours?
Yeah, I just had one get real close over here.
Yeah. So hopefully that helps us out.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll be charged.
Sit down right here. We're gonna do live EVP. Dave's gonna do it. All right. All right, this is Ryan and Dave. Live EVP from Revenant. Is there anybody here with us? What's your name?
Was that you?
What?
That movement?
Not that I'm aware of.
You didn't hear that movement right here? That sounded like movement on the floor in between us. That was really creepy. My camera had to have picked that up.
Today is my birthday. Could you wish me a happy birthday? Alright, you want to listen back to this?
Yeah.
Live EVP from Revenant. Is there anybody here with us? What's your name? Today is my birthday. Could you wish me a happy birthday? Today is my birthday. Could you wish me a happy birthday?
What?
I want you to see if you... Come here.
Today is my
Ah, shoot.
Today is my birthday. Could you wish me a happy birthday?
Okay, I swear I can hear something answering. I could hear it from back here, unless I'm just making, like, not making it up, but I'm hearing what I want to hear. Second session, Ryan, Dave. What do you think about this storm coming in? Also, last night, I heard you make the device upstairs go off. Could you do that again? The REM pod just went off. And I've got cold chills like crazy. I also heard you could play the piano. Could you do that? How many of us are in this house right now? Do you know that you're dead?
Also, last night, I heard you make the device upstairs go off. Could you do that again? Do you know that you're dead?
Alright, live EVP, Revenant Acres, Ryan and Dave, only ones present. Are you getting blinded by that camera?
Yeah, go over here in this room.
It's a good idea. Ooh, there was that lightning. Yeah. Here we go. Ooh, it's getting charged. Right here in this doorway is where Jason saw the two figures with the SLS camera. Who are you? Who's standing in front of Jason?
There's two of them, on one on either side.
If that was you standing beside this doorway, can you come and talk to me? Got a pretty nasty storm getting ready to brew up outside. And should give you plenty of energy to bring this house to life. Are you hiding under the stairs? That's plugged in.
With Ryan and Dave only capturing one very faint, low-class EVP, it's time to switch teams. As they exit the house, Steve and I will try our best to bring some of this famous activity to the surface.
Dave and Ryan exiting house.
I guess you can hold on to it. Probably go to the 10.
10? Yeah.
At least not now.
Probably a smart idea.
All right, everyone. As you know, I'm Steve. This is Jason right over here. And wanted to take some time to try to, again, get to know you. If you have answered prior, hopefully recorders in the past have picked it up. We don't know that yet. We haven't gone through all of our recordings yet. Keep in mind, we had Ryan and Dave in here, and also Dave doing a solo mission, and that golf ball still is on top of that piano.
Yeah, yes it is.
Sorry, I keep making a point about that because it still fascinates me. How many people have walked past it since we put it up there and it still hasn't come down yet? Let's do something a little bit different. Take the golf ball and set it right here on the steps. Right there. Let's see if it does anything. Okay, it's pretty sturdy. So just by us walking down here, it's not going to make it move. Back against the wall here. Is there any way you can make that golf ball move down the steps? They say there's a little, a young girl here. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Hello? That's upstairs, right?
It sounded like that.
Okay.
Either there or back in here.
Yeah, we can go upstairs if you want.
Okay.
Try it out up there. Can you see?
Yeah.
Do it that way. Mind you, we'll probably end up making them.
That's me.
There's the REM pod. I'll sit here. There's a device in my buddy's hand over there, Jason's hand. It's got a little green light. Right now, can you go close to it? Reach out and touch it? What's your name? Or names? How many are you? I mean, how many of there are you?
I'm covered in goosebumps, man.
Oh, yeah?
Wow.
What's going on?
It kind of creeped me out a little bit when you said, how many are you?
I completely worded that wrong.
Yeah, because remember what he said that Johnny said?
Yeah.
He said that he called himself 7.
Yeah. It just gave me the chills too. But it does raise a question. If that were, a factual occurrence. I'm not saying that it wasn't. But from our standpoint, we say alleged because we were not here when it happened. If that event happened, if that possession happened, what name do you go by?
In the name of Jesus Christ, what is your name? Or names? Did you hear that?
Sound like scratching.
Where's it at?
Up there.
We haven't heard that the entire time. The storm's been going on.
Can you hear Steve and I in here? Can you hear our voices? Why did you do what you did to Johnny? If that happened, we want to talk to whoever or whatever affected Johnny in this room.
I've got chills all over my body right now. Come on, the energy's all around us from this storm. All we want to know is, what is your name? What is your intent for the people that visit this house?
We need to speak to you. We're speaking to whoever affected Johnny. You need to speak up. What is that? Haven't heard that this whole time.
No. We have to debunk this look at this while we're still here, so let's turn this light on. Really? Is the flipping power off?
Get away out. Do you not want us up here?
It seems like this negative entity is either toying with us or isn't as interested in us as we had hoped. If we are going to get results and capture real evidence, we need to change our approach. Steve and I head out to the tent to reconvene with Ryan and Dave about how we can begin our solo missions. While we are outside in the tent, we leave the camera on the first floor set up and recording, and it captures a moment of real terror. While we're discussing what will happen next, lightning strikes just feet away from the tent. I sprint to the house, but as I try my hardest to get this door open, it won't budge, even though it's unlocked. It felt as if someone was holding it shut from the inside. Once inside, we're relieved that none of us are hurt, but our adrenaline has skyrocketed.
That freaked me out, man.
I couldn't tell by the way you moved. Through the
He disappeared.
Freaked me out.
She's sitting here, man.
I came up to the door, I'm like, what, is something holding the door closed?
Okay, we're back on.
We're not sure if the door being stuck has anything to do with the supernatural, but in the 2 days and nights we've spent at Revenant Acres, we've never had any trouble opening this door until this moment. We need to take some time to recover from the terror. It's overwhelmingly eerie to feel trapped inside this house, trapped by the storm, inside a house where multiple possessions have taken place. The paranormal activity appeared to peak at the height of this storm, and throughout the rest of this night, we have become overwhelmingly frustrated by how quiet this house has become. And as exhaustion from the crazy events of the past 2 days set in, we have to end our research here at Revenant Acres.
Flashing at 0, so we're less than a minute left, and I just wanted to say that if you did speak with us, I want to thank you for all the time you spent talking, and that if you did reach out, that we greatly appreciate it. And if we didn't get your message yet, we certainly will later on. So to all those spirits that are still here and that did speak to us, thank you.